Good afternoon, Scarlet TT Live. Welcome to Thursday's recap. There are earnings coming out everywhere. Things are moving around as far as the day is concerned. Today was a pretty decent snapback. You know, the back and forth action that we've had over the course of the past few sessions have definitely been random and hard to trust. And, you know, that's why perhaps keeping size small has been, you know, the way to go. I think most on Tuesday came in for a rally Wednesday. We opened down 15 handles Wednesday, and then today we closed pretty well, thinking for tomorrow's the end of the month. Maybe we, get another day, and then now after hours, it looks like things are down based on the fact that Amazon missed, and for the first time, it doesn't look like they're getting a pass. So let's get into those real quickly, and I have to run through this. First of all, here is the spiders. Here's your trend. There's your accelerated trend that broke. Here was today. So today, it felt like, the dips were buyable a little bit, and it was a little bit of a stronger rally. And at this point, it's still fine. It closed 179.23. It's down a little bit after hours. I would say as long as it could, build above this 178.26, perhaps it could work its way back to retest, the broken trend line. All in all, it does seem as if this head and shoulders type pattern is building, and we'll see what type of rally we have. With this neckline, where if it starts to get negated here and we see more leaders breaking down, and today, who knows, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Real quickly after the close, Google came out. They kind of met. It was kind of like a lukewarm to decent report. I didn't think it would be enough to break out. It tried, it didn't. It's actually kind of flat after hours, which to me is a little impressive. So, I don't think guys are trading after hours. Let's wait to see what happens tomorrow. It looked like it was 1140 as of 420. Here is the move. I thought it was a little fugazi that they reported the sale of the Motorola Mobility before earnings. Why not do it all together? So whatever, at this point, it's all over the map. Let's wait till tomorrow. Amazon's the big story after hours. Looked like it was perfectly set up to break out and break above this momentum level of 408. And what happens? It's now trading, somewhere down towards this support right here around 360. Now you do have the 200-day down there. Let's put in the 100-day real quick, basic studies. I don't know why it's not in there right now. You go to your 100-day, and if you happen to be trading it after hours, just be friggin' careful. This thing whips around, and here is, some bigger support. It's really, the way this action is happening is tough. Anytime something looks good, it's like a sell. Anytime it looks bad, it's a buy, and it's really trapping shorts and frustrating longs, and it's very hard. So with that said, this was poised to break out, and now it's right down to this area. So, this is why you don't take stocks long into earnings. Maybe you took the 408s or 410s and you lost some premium, big deal. Same way as if you wanted to be short, you could have went the other way. Instead, perhaps you even shorted it after hours when it broke 380, and there's that. Apple, I don't think anyone's really touching it. It's still in the penalty box. If someone was here with their Fibonacci's, at this point, you still have this big gap holding below it, closed around 500. Maybe that's where it wants to sit, around this 200-day for option expiration. We'll see. There's also an exponential one lower. Banks, Bank of America, definitely best bank here. It rallied back up through the trend line. We'll see if that continues. Looks like Goldman a little bit's trying to turn this little lower corner here where you have a decent pattern that if we wanted to rally more, I would have thought that this had a little bit more power left in it. Today, Under Armour was, pretty darn strong. Look at that move. Wow. It caused some what's it called, some covering some other names. Here's your Lulu. Lots of times, looked good here, boom. Look good here, nothing. And every time it looks like it's going to go, it doesn't. Maybe this time it gets a little bit of traction. We shall see. It's just a lower level trade. Facebook gapped up and really did nothing. Okay, the real trade, I guess, was after hours when it went above 55.5 or when it cleared here. And now let's see it do some work above this earnings gap. Here's a big earnings gap. Last time it was for much more oversold conditions, or not as high, so to speak. So you had a 3-day pause before going with a big gap. I don't know if it's going to be the same type of move, but this will be the gap to trade against. Here's your pivot. 60.46. If it's any good, it doesn't go back below the prior high for momentum. Twitter wasn't really able to, get much movement. It gapped up, and now we could trade against this gap here to see how it goes. Tesla was really where there was a nice day trade. Tesla broke above this mini flag here. Let's see if it can continue back to highs. Kihu also broke out somewhat above this big range here, so you would think that this could have some kind of continuation as it closed at historic highs. Let's hope it doesn't fail like it usually does when it tries to. It's very choppy, but if you took some home and things are down, see if you can go green tomorrow. And I think win after hours was up pretty big. You know, decent day today, up after hours. See if it can reclaim 210. CMG also is up a decent amount. So here's your resistance. See how it deals with that. And you know, that's really it. I have to get going. I'm doing an event at Equinox tonight in the Summit Equinox. If you're from Jersey, you want to go, you want to check it out. It starts at 7. The action has not been easy. It looks like look at this gold buy. You know, just a quick for instance. Gold looked as if it was going to break out. Closed on the dead highs, and then today closed near the dead lows. And if tomorrow the futures are down, this will probably be up. You know, so it's just very, very tricky. And that's after it seemed like it was trying to poke its head right at this downtrend. Look at this downtrend, kind of poked it right at it, and then that happens. And then today, people probably even went home short, and we'll see what happens there. So the tape is erratic, it's random, it's thin. It feels like you can make money intraday, but if you look for some type of follow through, it's hard to find. It's actually the opposite. And when things like that happen, it's just frustrating, and you just have to pull back. I think like a lot of people had a good day. You know, today, you know, I've been going back and forth for a while. Finally, a nice, you know, nice day across the board. And you know, tomorrow I'll have to deal with seeing what kind of open we have. Net long going into tomorrow. I'm in a lot of this, you know, certain, you'll see the disclosure of stocks I have. I'm in them for a reason, and we'll see if, you know, they get a pass or not. And that's really about it. With that being said, it's Thursday. Try and have a good night. Tomorrow's Friday, option expiration, last day of the month. We'll see what happens. Lots of movement, but no reason to marry the long, the short, or a lot of the things that you're doing right now. So we shall see. Have a good night.